So all you need for this painting is, I have burnt umber, and I have cad red, and I have cad yellow, and I have titanium white, and I also have some ultramarine blue. This one's Windsor blue, but ultramarine blue is much better. So, and I also have some nice brushes for you to use, and this will make your painting a lot simpler. So you will only need this brush here, which is I put my name on it, and it's a bristle brush. Like I say, if you can't find these, I'll send you one. These have really nice bristles, and they're great for your trees and your bushes, and this is going to be used for your background, okay? And then we have a flat synthetic brush, chiseled edge, and I have a flat a Filbert brush, which is chiseled edge and synthetic, and I also have a liner brush, and a long one and a short one. You need a couple of different brushes just in case some don't work out for you, so it's nice to have a few extra brushes around. And that's about it for the brushes. When we come up with something else, I'll guide you along. So the first thing I did was tape off where I want my horizon, and so that gives me an idea of where I want the sky and where I want the horizon to meet. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a sky. I like to do things in parts. Some people like to just go ahead and do the whole canvas and draw out their landscape. But I'm the kind of person, so everybody likes to do their own thing. So I like to do mine in parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my messy palette, and I'm going to take some blue, and I'm going to add some white and a little bit of red. Give it kind of a purplish tinge to it. More blue. And we'll put that on the sky. So I usually start at the top and go back and forth with long strokes. Now in a case like this, I'm showing you these things so you'll know what to do in case these things happen. In this case, I would then change my brush from a synthetic brush to a bristle brush. And you can see now how that will spread out better on your canvas. So this is the bristle brush, and that spreads it out much better than the synthetic. See? A little bit. And down here, I'm going to add white. And I'm going to use a tinge of yellow. Alright, so it's not a big lot of yellow, but it's enough. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make some circles. Just circles. And that's going to make it nice big fluffy clouds, okay? Just between where you ended off your blue sky. See those beautiful fluffy clouds? Now don't go back over those. Once you get them, move away. Fluffy circles, and your bristle brush is really making these beautiful clouds, okay? You wouldn't get those clouds with a synthetic brush. Pretty? I'm going to add a little bit to the top of the sky there. Little circles. Just a few little ones up here. See? I'm just moving away. I'm not going to go back over what I just did. I'm going to go underneath what I just did just to sort of soften them up a bit, but I'm not going to go back over them again once I get that little top. Might add a little bit of white to the corner of my brush, and what I'll do is I will make another one over here. It's a nice little flyaway one. That one didn't come out as good as I would like it. A couple little flyaways. I think I'm just going to, whatever's on my brush, I'm just going to make these little circles and have some flyaways. They're pretty, aren't they? That's good. We'll leave that. So I'm going to change to my synthetic brush, and that's a smaller one. The other one I used was the larger one. It's probably a size 8, and this could be a size 4. Like I said, different brands, they have different sizes. Now I'm going to put some blue back here, and I'm going to put some red, because I want, these are going to be hills. Far away hills. And a bit of white. This should do it. So I'm just going, we're going to go underneath the clouds here. That's why I didn't put much down here, see? So just make a couple little hills. Just a couple of shapes. Don't go up too high in your clouds. Keep your clouds because they're pretty. Alright. So that's just a few little hills in the background there. Just fill them in. Good. Fix them up if they need to be a little bit of adjusting to do. Very nice. See how easy it is though if you just plan things out? Just plan it out and this, you know, and take your time and add a little bit at a time. Isn't that nice? Pretty clouds, nice hills, nice sky. So next I'm going to take off my tape and see how nice that is. Nice. Down here I'm going to take my bristle brush again. I'm just going to lay in some, because we're going to be putting rocks and trees down here, I still want to have something there just so I can get an idea of where everything's going. Get an idea of where everything is going. And I'm just going to bring in some of this sky color. And it doesn't matter if it's exactly the same because there's going to be a lot of things going on down here, okay? There'll be a lot of things going on down here. But I just want to have something there instead of a white canvas. That way it'll help me visualize what I want. Always have some paint on your canvas. Staring at a blank canvas kind of, you know, hard to decide what you're going to do, or even if you're following a reference photo, it's hard to know where to start. So if you follow these steps that I'm taking, then you'll be able to get some idea of where to put everything. Now, if you come up with your own idea of how to start your painting, then that'd be great. But I find this helps me a lot. Getting ready for foreground. So follow these steps that I'm doing for a landscape, okay? And this will help you. This will help you get started. Right? I'm not even going to worry about it too much because I'm going to be covering up a lot of that. I'm going to use my synthetic brush, my smaller one, and I'm going to decide where I want some of this land to go. Right? So I'm just going to put any color on there at all, and I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to do. I probably will put a piece here. Let's just go with this. Now you can change this up. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. And we'll come over here, and I'm thinking we'll come down here like that. So this side here we will work on first, okay? Like I said, I'm going in steps. I don't want to go too far with everything. I want to make sure I'm doing this so that if I have to make any changes, I can do it early. Now you can get a dark green. You can use a sap green. I'm just going to put my ultramarine blue and my yellow together to make a nice dark green. I want a nice, I might even add a bit of burnt umber. Really want dark. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm going to tap in everything here. Look how dark that is. Isn't that nice? Just tap, 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 tap. And look at that grass. It almost looks like grass already. Look. So just tap. Nice dark green. That's what will really help you get us started, because anything that you put over on top of it, the highlights, you'll have all these nice dark shadowy colors. Out the brush. Doesn't matter if the greens are exactly the same when you go back in. Don't worry about that. I always like to have different values and different colors going on, different shades of my paint. All right, good. We can add some going over here. This brush might be a bit big for this, but I'm going to tap it in. You can get a smaller one if you want to. Good. Just tapping into some of my paint. Good. I'm going to pull up on that. Pull up. Make it look like trees. Let's see if I can get some more paint on there. These bristles are great because they help you get imaginary trees. So I'm going to fill that spot in there, and as I'm filling it in, you can see the bristles are kind of pulling up to make it look like it's almost like trees. So you can pull up on those a little bit. That'll give it an indication of trees. See? So the same over on the other side. I want to make a decision where I want to put trees over here. So I'm just going to go to the edge of that. And I'm going to come down. I want to leave a nice space here for the river too, right? I'm thinking maybe I'll make it wiggly just to give me an idea which way I want my... Okay, and I'm just going to... Yeah, I think that'll do. So I'll do the same over here. This is the way I like to do things. Just this helps me get everything established, where everything goes. Like I say, some people like to do it differently. We have our little cardinal in the background there looking over. It's another painting I did. If you want the link to that, I can put that in the description for you. Now I'm going to establish where I want my trees, where I want my bushes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a really dark green, even darker. Again, I added a bit of black to that mixture that we made earlier. And I'm going to add some bushes right here. See, if it's dark, you can see where you're, right? You can see it better. Now, let's just add some shapes. Maybe something up here. Some shapes that might be some trees going on here. You can always adjust it after. I'm just going to leave that there for now. I'm going to take my synthetic brush. I'm going to put a tree here. I'm going to put a tree here. Just touch and pull. A tree there, and maybe maybe another one here. Maybe another one here. That'll give us some idea anyway. You know, you want to, maybe I'll take that right to the top. So trying to lay out your painting and make decisions. I'm going to run my liner brush through my dark paint. Add a little bit of water to it so it'll move. And I'm just going to add a few branches onto these trees so I can decide what kind of tree I want. Okay? Take a little bit of my dark green. Take a little bit of dark green to my bristle. And we will add some leaves to here. Okay. Not too, you know, let's just go easy at first because we want to see if we actually, what kind of tree we're looking for. So that way if you have to make any changes, you can do it. So just tap over it what we, those branches that we made to help us decide where we're going with it. And we'll just put some leaves over the tree and trunk, and okay, we'll just leave that like that. We won't go too far with it yet. Clean off your brush. Let's get some red this time. Let's get some red, and I kind of like it, you know, this is fun, just going and taking your time and go one tree at a time and things like that. It's kind of nice. Nice for a change. No rush. So a little bit of red on those leaves there. That tree could be behind another one, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Add a little bit more. Just thicken it up a bit. There's a bit of color there, see? And the other one, I'm going to add a little bit of yellow with my red. So, with your bristle brush, let's get some more colorful bushes in there. So, you're just tapping on some bushes. So, we will get a few, we'll come down around here, we'll add some bushes. Let's just add more red and yellow. And let's see. So when you tap on here like that, just put a little tap like that, and then just move around somewhere else. Just make these pretty little bushes. Just tap, tap, tap these little bushes. You can then go into some green and yellow. So you can always add some green and yellow in between what you just did. See how it's, look how pretty that is, just by tapping on a bit of color. Right? Look pretty. See? It looks like bushes, doesn't it? Looks like really nice. Okay, let's make some rocks. I'm just going to go with some burnt umber and some black. And I'm going to establish where I want some rocks. Maybe I'm going to have a rock right here. Yeah, I want to make it look like a rock. I'm just going to tap on with my bristle brush. I'm just going to tap on some dark color. I might just put black in there. Let's see what I want to do. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just trying to figure out where I want my bushes. And I'm going to put them out in front here. So I'm going to put some trees here. So I'm just going to go with my dark colors, my burnt umber, and I'm going back with my chiseled edge synthetic. And I'm trying to think now where I want some trees. So I want some trees probably here, here. And as we come back, we'll go higher, higher, and higher. Wow, look at that. I think that'd be okay. All right. Now see, doing this little bit really helps you to establish where you want everything. So when that dries, we'll work on that. I have a little piece of sea sponge here. So if you don't have one, just use your bristle brush. And I'm just going to dip into some color, some of my red, and a little bit of yellow. And then I'm going to use that for some bushes. I'm going to try to do it over here. Look at that. Now, that came out nice, didn't it? So this is very tiny. And, but, you know, I find that because I'm working in a small area, I just grabbed a piece off of the one I had there. And nice. So I'll add some different color bushes here, maybe some greens. I haven't cleaned it yet, I'm just putting it on there. Because I want the colors to all match and mix together. Isn't that nice? See? So I just tapped in some green, a little bit of yellow, and I'm going to see if I can put something here. There we go, that's a nice one. Up here. Here. Just filling in those spaces there. Tap, tap, tap. You can even hear it. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Some red ones or something in there, I think. Red and orange. Just pick up some red or yellow. It's the same as over here. You just sort of put tap, 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 and then move away from it and put on another one. I might put some rocks in there too. I'm not sure yet. So we're going to do some trees here now. I'm going to stick with this brush. See, it's nice. I like the way the leaves are open. I'm going to make some dark green. A nice dirty palette. Nice dark green. Nice dark green. And I'm going to... Oh yeah, that's nice. Just kind of, when you're coming down, just kind of move out a little tiny bit. You don't need to move out too much. There we go. See, the brush did it. The brush did all that for me. I'm going to add a little bit of burnt umber to that green. So I can make a different color tree, probably over here. Add a little bit of yellow to brighten it up. So, just leave your brush dirty. Go back in and get some dark green and some burnt umber. And then some yellow. That will change it up a little bit for you. Alright, so let's put some here. I'm just tapping and leaving some holes. And I'm just tapping. There we go. Don't want to leave them too much down here, but up here is nice. See, it makes it look more realistic. Let's add a little bit more burnt umber to our dirty brush. And let's try this one. Okay. Just tapping on that line that we made there to help us out. There we go. It's another tree. Now as I go down, I'm going to start adding a bit of color. So I think I'm going to add a little bit of a reddish color to this one. I'm going to leave my brush dirty, and I'm going to add red to that dirty brush. See? I'm going to add that one here. I'm not pushing very hard because I don't want big blobs of color. I'll kind of make it look like you can see through it. That's better, isn't it? And I'm going to add a little, let's see. For the bottom ones, I might add a bit of yellow. Down for this one, I left my brush dirty, added some yellow. I'll skip over this one here, or will I? Let's just add the green to this one. Nice colors. There we go. That's pretty. And what we'll do is we'll add green to our dirty brush. I know you might say, well, that's not going to work. It's going to be mud. But the colors don't look like mud, do they? Because all the colors you're using are really pretty. So I'm going to add more yellow to that. And we are going to add something down here. Nice bright one. I only just made a couple little taps, alright? And maybe we'll add a little tree here. Okay. Nice trees. With some leftover paint on my brush, I think I'm going to add a few more bushes at the bottom of the trees just to give it so that they're settled in there. Just at the bottom, I'm going to add a little more yellow to that mess I had on there. Just to brighten it up. More yellow. Just move it around a little bit so it looks like grass. This might take, it might take you a little time to get used to what I'm doing here today. So I'm going to get my green and my, I cleaned off my brush a little bit more this time, and I'm picking up my green and my yellow. And I am going to add a little bush here. Maybe a little more yellow so you can see it. There we go. I'm just tapping. So I'm going to add some rocks. So what I'll do is I'll take my synthetic brush and I'll add some black and brown, burnt umber. If you don't have burnt umber, just use brown, dark brown, or if you only have a lighter brown, just add black to your brown. So I'm just going to add, if you find it hard, just put a line down and a hump. We'll add some rocks on the edge of that there. And we'll add some here. Line and a hump, that's all you need to worry about. And little tiny ones back here, because you want, they're further away, so you don't want, certainly don't want it to look odd. It's a nice big one probably here. And some small ones here. Like I said, just a line and a hump. And maybe one here. Rocks look really nice in painting, don't they? Maybe one down here. Straight line over. We don't want it to be. We'll shape them up now. Maybe another little one here. So with your dirty brush, just put on some white. Alright, so it lightens up your color that you have there. And we'll try to make them, I'm just going to go on the top of that one there and just pull it back. Top, pull it back. That might make it easier for you. Just top, pull back. Alright. Get 2 out of that one. Just touching them now. See? This one here. There we go. So I'm going to take my fan brush this time. We'll try something different. So I want to take a fan brush that is a bristle. I'm going to pick up some of my blue, my white, like that. So more white than blue, okay? Just gonna get some of this on here. Some white. So what you're doing is you're putting on blue, and then you're putting white in with your brush, and then as you move your brush around, let the brush do the work for you. Pick up some more white, and your brush will take that white and move it around for you so that you don't have to worry too much. Pick up some blue and white if you have to. Sometimes just white if you get too much blue. See, it's too much blue, so I pick up some white. And some white. Maybe the water is moving. If we lose our shadows, we'll go back and get them. Not worry too much. Some white. Pick up just white. Maybe there's a little falls or something going on here. Something, water falling down. Pull over and pull down. Give it a kind of a waterfall look. Touch over and down. Touch over and down, and just go back and forth with a bit of blue and white. So I'll go in there, and more white. This water is moving. Seems that way. There we go. Nice. So we can make that water look like it's moving by adding a little more white, see? Must be coming in from behind those trees somewhere. I'm going to take this one and I'm going to touch and pull over just to give another little bit of a... I love waterfalls. Touch over and down, touch over. I'm not going to make this too stand out too much. I'm just going to make it look like it's just kind of slipping over there. You can't see it very much, right? So, I mean, where's it coming from? You know, you don't want it to look like it's... It has to make sense, right? It has to make sense. Some water under here. Yes, nice little details really helps. Don't want my hand to get in your way. Alright, let's do some touch-ups and some final details and good things like that. So I think I'm going to bring out some of these rocks a little more into my water to give it more interest. Good. You don't have to do this now. If you're happy with your painting, you don't have to do all the changes I'm making or anything like that. I'd even add a couple of little rocks out here. You know, just do your own thing. Don't worry about what I'm doing. I know you're following me and I'm trying to show you when I'm doing things, but I don't want to, you know, get it almost all done. And if you followed me this far and then I end up saying, well, let's change this and let's change that, and then you end up messing up your painting, you're not going to be too happy with me. So if you're happy, then you go ahead and leave it as it is. I'm always trying to experiment and do different things, so sometimes it might be hard to follow me. And yeah, that's nice rocks. Good. A rock in here. We lost that one a little bit. What else? What else? Some rocks in here. So we'll get some orange color. And we will I still got green on there, so I just love leaving my brush messy. I'm sorry, but let's go with this one here. Let's see what we can do with that one. I'm gonna put a little bit of orange down here, and I'll fill that in here. See how thick it looks now? It looks better. Yeah, maybe some something going on down here, a little bit of color. This is a very colorful painting, isn't it? I'm thinking we'll do something with that one. Thicken it up a little bit more. So I'm going to clean off my brush a bit. And I'm going to add, what color is that? Red and blue? I think it's red and blue. Red and blue. More on the red side. Add white to it to see what's happening. It's too purple. I want it red. Let's see. Can't get it. If you're getting mud, that means your brush is too dirty. So let's clean that off. So I'll pick up some red and blue and a little bit of white, and we'll get a little bit of a purplish color. And it's a bit lighter than the one that's there, so we'll add a little bit more touches to it. There we go. That thickens it up better. That's better. Good. I'll add a little bit of color down here. I want color everywhere. This is like a little fantasy world. Maybe a little bit of color in here. It's like a little fantasy world, isn't it? And add a little bit of yellow to my color I just picked up there. And I will add some more color here and some more thicker trees. There we go. for painting along with me. I hope you enjoyed that painting. And if you did enjoy that painting, leave a comment below in the comment section. Let me know what you liked about that painting. What part of that painting did you like? What was your favorite part? And if you have any questions about brushes or paints or anything about the painting itself, just email me at allisonpryor@yahoo.com or leave a comment down below. And I will see you in the next video.